I've heard speeches, I've heard people talk, but this one was different. So, a Muslim woman claimed that Muslims are being bashed unfairly. She said, "Why is America fighting ideology with weapons? Doesn't sound fair." Then, Brigitte Gabriel grabbed the mic and gave her a blistering response I didn't see coming at all. You've got to see this.
It's hard to breathe, but that's alright.
Yo guys, welcome back to Share Unfiltered. Today's video is pure fire. We'll be diving into one of the viral moments from the World Summit.
Assalamualaikum. Peace to you all. My name is Saba Ahmed. I'm a law student at American University. I am here to ask you a simple question. I know that we portray Islam and all Muslims as bad, but there's 1.8 billion Muslim followers of Islam. We have 8 million plus Muslim Americans in this country, and I don't see them represented here. But my question is, how can we fight an ideological war with weapons? How can we ever end this war? The jihadist ideology that you talk about, it's an ideology. How can you ever win this thing if you don't address it ideologically?
Great question. I am so glad you're here, and I am so glad you brought that up because it gives us an opportunity to answer. What I find so amazing is since the beginning of this panel, which we are here about Benghazi attack against our people, not one person mentioned Muslims. We are here against Islam, or we're launching war against Muslims. We are here to discuss how 4 Americans died and what our government is doing. We were not here to bash Muslims. You were the one who brought up the issue about most Muslims, not us. And since you brought it up, allow me to elaborate with my answer.
So she made it clear. We were not here to talk about Muslims. We were not here to bash Muslims. You brought the idea. You brought it here. You said it yourself. So thank you very much. And now allow me to address it.
There are 1.2 billion Muslims in the world today. Of course, not all of them are radicals. The majority of them are peaceful people. The radicals are estimated to be between 15 to 25%, according to all intelligence services around the world. That leaves 75% of them peaceful people. But when you look at 15 to 25% of the world Muslim population, you're looking at 180 million to 300 million people dedicated to the destruction of Western civilization. That is as big of the United States. So why should we worry about the radicals, 15 to 25%? Because it is the radicals that kill. Because it is the radicals that behead and massacre. When you look throughout history, when you look at all the lessons of history, most Germans were peaceful. Yet the Nazis drove the agenda. And as a result, 60 million people died. Almost 14 million in concentration camps. 6 million were Jews. The peaceful majority were irrelevant. When you look at Russia, most Russians were peaceful as well. Yet the Russians were able to kill 20 million people. The peaceful majority were irrelevant. When you look at China, for example, most Chinese were peaceful as well. Yet the Chinese were able to kill 70 million people. The peaceful majority were irrelevant. When you look at Japan prior to World War II, most Japanese were peaceful as well. Yet Japan was able to butcher its way across Southeast Asia, killing 12 million people, mostly killed with bayonets and shovels. The peaceful majority were irrelevant.
Crazy.
On September 11th in the United States, we had 2.3 million Arab Muslims living in the United States. It took 19 hijackers, 19 radicals to bring America down to its knees, destroy the World Trade Center, attack the Pentagon, and kill almost 3,000 Americans that day. The peaceful majority were irrelevant. So for all our powers of reasons and us talking about moderate and peaceful Muslims, I'm glad you're here. But where are the others speaking out? And since you are the only Muslim representative...
Powerful. Clear points.
Save the applause till the end.
Queen, isn't she? It's okay, stop clapping, It's getting too long.
And since you're the only Muslim representative in here, you took the limelight instead of speaking about why our government, and I assume, are you an American? You're an American citizen. So as an American citizen, you sat in this room and instead of standing up and saying a question or asking something about our 4 Americans that died and what our government is doing to correct the problem, you stood there to make a point about peaceful, moderate Muslims. I wish you brought 10 with you to question about how we can hold our government responsible. It is time we take political correctness and throw it in the garbage where it belongs and start calling it.
Oh, that was pure fire. She dropped the point. She made it really clear. It was surgical to the point where she made it clear to people that, look, this is not about Muslims. This is about the extremists, because the peaceful majority become irrelevant because they stay silent. And those minority, those few, the extreme ones, the radicals, the fanatical ones, they wreak havoc. It takes just a few to bring a nation down to its knees. Let's hear that again.
And since you're the only Muslim representative in here, you took the limelight instead of speaking about why our government, and I assume, are you an American? You're an American citizen. So as an American citizen, you sat in this room and instead of standing up and saying a question or asking something about our 4 Americans that died and what our government is doing to correct the problem, you stood there to make a point about peaceful, moderate Muslims. I wish you brought 10 with you to question about how we can hold our government responsible. It is time we take political correctness and throw it in the garbage where it belongs and start calling it.
She's got balls, so much conviction, confidence. Crazy.
And there will be refreshments afterward. Did you want to respond to the?
I think we're
I
can't follow that.
You had a follow-up. You go ahead. Go ahead.
Comment. Thank you for your responses. And I do really hope that other Muslims will start showing up at these conservative forums. But, as a peaceful American Muslim, I would like to think that I'm not that irrelevant. I'm just as much an American, and I'm very deeply saddened about the lives that were lost in Libya. And I hope that we will find justice for their families. But I don't think that this war can ever be won by just the military. You have to address them. You have to bring Muslims to the table to address this.
I think everyone agrees that it can't be won just militarily, and I think that everyone has said that. Can you tell me who the head of the Muslim peace movement is?
I guess it's me right now, so thank you.
Okay guys, let's be very honest. We all know what she's talking about. Everyone watching this video, you know exactly what she's talking about. She's not painting the whole lot with the same brush. This might seem like a joke, but people know of the existential threat this poses, because we've seen these attacks all over the world. Who commits it? It is the very few. The very few. And that is what she's talking about. She's not talking about the whole population. She's not talking about everyone. She's talking about those ones that when they come out, they make so much difference. They affect the whole world. They affect everyone. They affect even the peaceful ones. I watched a video somewhere where some lady was talking about the amount of peaceful Muslims that flee their countries because of the strict rules, the strict laws, because of the risks to their lives, because of the lack of freedom, lack of tolerance, so they escape. They flee to the Western world to enjoy the freedoms here, to enjoy the prosperity here. But then those few, those minority, those extreme ones use that as an excuse. Those ones, they hide under the same guise. And someone once told me that, look, that they are peaceful Muslims, but sometimes they actually are scared to speak up, because if they speak up, they become targets because they are Muslims. Brigitte made it very clear. You can't scream that you're misunderstood if you don't speak out against the extremism. If you don't speak out against those misrepresenting you. It was clear. So guys, what do you think? Was Brigitte too hard on her? Or was this the truth that needed to be spoken out loud? Let me know in the comment section. And peace to everybody. Love. We're all about truth, facts, logic, and one humanity.
Oh, I love love you more than words can say. You I need. Oh, you are the light that shine in my way. You I need. Oh, I love you more than words can say. You I need. Oh, you are the light that shine in my way.